The news of India-UAE Defence Pact has jolted the geopolitical chessboard of West Asia. We will see how UAE-India Defence Pact impacts on Pakistan and Middle East. Saudi Arabia signed a defence pact with Pakistan and UAE went to India. Why UAE went to India when Indian defence forces aren't that impressive as compared to Pakistan? And it's quite obvious and proven in the recent Pakistan-India war which has happened in May 2025. UAE Mutual Defence Pact with India is widely seen as a counter to Saudi-Pakistan Strategic Mutual Defence Agreement. Let me explain. First, to counterbalance the Saudi-Pakistan alliance. Second, to hedge against isolation after deteriorating ties with Riyadh. Third, to deepen long-standing defence partnership with India and diversity away from Western arms dependence. This agreement elevates India from an economic partner to a Gulf security actor. It also signals the emergence of competing strategic blocs. On one side, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and potentially Turkey and Azerbaijan as well. And on the other hand, UAE, India linked to Israel, Greece, and Cyprus. The UAE, once seen as a close ally of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, has now taken a strategic turn that formalizes its rivalry with Riyadh. At a time when the global order is shifting at a very fast pace, this pact is not just another diplomatic agreement. It signals new power blocs, deep fractures within the Muslim world, and a regional realignment that could reshape conflicts from Yemen to Sudan and from Somalia to Libya. Public tensions between Saudi Arabia and the UAE stem from fundamentally different regional strategies. According to experts, Saudi Arabia seeks stability by backing recognized national governments and reinforcing existing nation-states. On the other hand, UAE has pursued a more agile and interest-based strategy, supporting non-state actors, breakaway regions, and regional autonomy to project its influence directly. Economic rivalry has further intensified this rift as well. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 aims to transform the kingdom into a global business hub, directly challenging Dubai's long-standing status as the commercial capital of the Arab world. Riyadh believes Abu Dhabi is destabilizing Muslim states and fragmenting the Ummah, allegedly in coordination with Israel. To understand whether this claim holds substance, we need to look at where these two strategies have collided. In Yemen, Saudi Arabia backs the internationally recognized government and views a unified Yemen as a critical security buffer. The UAE supports the secessionist Southern Transitional Council and prioritizes control over southern ports and coastlines. In late 2025, Saudi airstrikes reportedly targeted an Emirati-linked shipment after STC advances near the Saudi border, which Riyadh flagged as a direct national security threat. In Sudan, Saudi Arabia aligns with the Sudani Armed Forces, the National Army. On the other hand, UAE is accused of backing the Rapid Support Forces, a paramilitary group now fighting with the government. In the Horn of Africa and along the Red Sea, Saudi Arabia is building alliance with Egypt and Somalia. But the UAE has cultivated strong economic and military ties with Somaliland and other autonomous regions for port access and strategic depths. In Somalia, tension escalated so sharply that in January 2026, the federal government terminated all defense agreements with the UAE and banned its military flights, after Abu Dhabi dealt with the breakaway region of Somaliland and allegedly facilitated its recognition by Israel. In Libya, Saudi Arabia backed the UN-recognized government in Tripoli. The UAE supports Khalifa Haftar's Libyan National Army. In Syria, Riyadh pushes for state sovereignty and stability. The UAE cultivates ties with local militia and Druze community, which Saudi Arabia views as destabilizing. If we talk about Pakistan, according to experts, the UAE is believed to have facilitated engagement between India and the Afghan Taliban, also supported Baloch sub-nationalists, and undermined Gwadr's strategic rise. Algeria has also publicly accused the UAE of interference, destabilization, and fueling conflict in Libya and Sudan through proxy warfare. A close look at UAE military and naval bases across the region actually validates the Saudi assertion that Abu Dhabi is destabilizing Saudi Arabia by encircling it with proxies from all sides. From Somaliland to Somalia, Eritrea, Yemen, Eastern Libya, Sudan, and Egypt, the UAE has quietly built a string of bases and outposts. Saudi Arabia is wary of these developments and increasingly views the UAE as acting as a vanguard in the attainment of what it sees as Israel's broader regional agenda, sometimes framed by Saudi commentators as a part of a greater Israel strategy. Riyadh is troubled by what it perceives as a coordinated UAE-Israel strategy to fragment the Arab world, and it has quietly issued stern warnings to Abu Dhabi. Recently, behind the scene, according to analysts, the Saudi-UAE-Pakistan triangle has grown increasingly strained. Pakistan's army chief's recent visit to Libya was widely interpreted as a strategic signal to Abu Dhabi that if the UAE continues to harm Pakistan's interests, Islamabad is capable of matching it with commensurate response. The implications are serious. Saudi relations have moved from quietly rivalry to open strategic divergence. Pakistan faces growing diplomatic encirclement in Gulf. India gains unprecedented strategic leverage in West Asia. The real divergence is not ideology, it is a method. According to experts, Saudi Arabia seeks stability through nation-states. The UAE seeks dominance through proxies and port politics. As the global order shifts, West Asia is entering a new era of strategic fragmentation, and this time, the fault lines runs straight through the Muslim world.